When you're traveling into Kherson on the M14, here's the deal. You travel through kilometers of anti-drone netting overhead, and you travel at speed. The people of Kherson don't have a 28-point plan or a 19-point peace plan. They have a 1-point plan. Get home, get from A to B as fast as you can without getting killed by a Russian drone. Inside the city, the neighborhoods furthest away from Russian positions seem normal. But as you approach the so-called red zone or death zone in the center, where the drones dominate, most of the people have left. This piece of equipment is now our best friend. Depending on frequencies, can detect drones and allows you to see what the Russian operator sees. In other words, if you see yourself on this screen, you run for your life. So basically, we've parked the car in a safer neighborhood and we're walking into the red zone now. We're with an anti-drone unit from the Ukrainian army. You can see one of the soldiers has the drone detector kit. That's the beeper going again, which means they're around. But one of the reasons why we're being allowed to do this going into the red zone today is because of the weather. Lots of cloud cover, it's windy. So the likelihood of Russian drones is slightly less today. Yevhen is one of the soldiers in the patrol unit who detects and shoots down Russian drones. How many drones is flying into Kherson every day, would you say?
Сотні в день.
They're definitely targeting civilians, isn't that right? Is that your experience?
На цивільних їм без різниці, що шевелиться, що їде, без різниці. Вони не роздивляються. Це цивільний транспорт, це військовий транспорт. Вони бачать скупчення людей, їм без різниці, чи ти в формі, чи ти в цивільному. Вони туди направляють свої дрони і так само. Оптика.
Okay, so just here, can I see that for a second? So this is one of the optical fibers. Now the Russians are using optical fibers connected to the drones, and that stops them from being interfered with or jammed. So these tiny sort of cobweb-like strings are attached to the drones and fly for kilometers across the river. And one is just draped here. You can see it all across the bushes. It isn't long before our drone detector picks up a clear image of what a Russian operator can see. It's the neighborhood we're in. Okay, we've picked up a drone now. We're taking cover. The soldier's ready to shoot it down. Then we wait. Listen to the sound of the drone approach. An invisible threat designed to make life here impossible. Okay, I've got the all clear. We're going to leg it now. The people of Kherson, of course, don't have a military unit following them around. They have to adapt to the drones in other ways. So for 6-year-old Nona Chernikovska, for example, school is online. Nona's best friend was Vladik, surname Akinin, with an A. His name used to be the first called out during roll call. It is not anymore.
Владіка не вистачає. З нього завжди починалось, да, список?
Да, ну, второй был Павлик, и уже начинает первый список Павлик.
З Павліка, бо Владика нема.
On the 26th of November, Vladik and his mother Alina were killed when a Russian drone hit the taxi they were in. It's hard to hide from the drones in Kherson. So for Tetiana, Nona's mother, the reality of this war has to be faced head on. How would you describe him to somebody who didn't know him?
Я би сказала, що він дуже смішний, дуже було класно з ним дружити. І Я би їм дуже посоветувала, щоб вони з ним дружили. Він дружелюбний.
Але ж його нема, як з ним дружити, доця. Він же
І
загинув.
він дуже загинув.
The following day, we found the taxi that Vladik and Alina were in when they were killed. The drone obviously came in the back through the roof. You can see it's all caved in inside. They would have died instantly in the back, this mother and son. The taxi driver, remarkably, survived. He was sitting in the front. After the strike, the taxi driver stumbled out of the car and called emergency services.
В машину влетел дрон, у меня ребенок и женщина. В машину дрон влетел, люди при смерти, вы что гоните?
Скільки років їй?
34.
А ребенку скільки?
6.
We drove to the area where the strike took place. As we arrived, our location appeared on the drone detector screen. Okay, we've just, Paul. So that junction just there is where little Vladik and Elena were killed. They got into a taxi and the drone came in the back of the car. But we've just been alerted to the fact that there are now drones in this area, so we've had to run, get in the car, and we are speeding out of here as fast as we can. Ukrainian prosecutors are treating what happened to Elena and Vladik and so many others as a potential war crime. May one day answer the question, why did they die?
Nona, how do you understand what happened to your friend?
Він загинув і я це розумію, що він просто загинув і все. Більше нічого.
Next stop, the Luchanskoho Hospital. It's gone down in Ukrainian folklore.
I'll shake your hand.
Because doctors and nurses here hid wounded Ukrainian soldiers during the Russian occupation. Liberation, though, was not the end of the aggression for the patients here, many of whom, like supermarket worker Volodymyr, maimed by Russian drone attacks. Or for Natalia Tamrazian, a nurse. Earlier this month, she was en route to her second shift in 24 hours. And this was the moment a drone flew in under the nets and exploded at the bus stop she was waiting at. Natalia and several others were seriously injured. Remember, there was a person flying that machine, probably a young Russian soldier just over the river. So this is personal.
The Russian soldier who flew that drone that day, if he was standing in front of you here, what would you say to him?
Я бы его просто разорвала на куски. Несмотря, что я женщина, я бы на него кинулась, как пантера, и разорвала бы его на куски.
Natalia's daughter left her son some time ago. She stayed, down to a mix of necessity, vocation, hope.
Что вера в будущее, светлое будущее, что все будет хорошо, у нас город заживет, вернутся люди, вернутся наши дети, и все будет хорошо.
And in that respect, Natalia speaks for an entire city. On the way out of the hospital, the drone detection unit came alive again. An image popped up on the screen.
Martin, tell us what we're looking at.
It took us a few seconds to recognize the hospital we were outside.
Заходим. Я же говорю, лети, блядь. Стоят, не будут.
The main stage at the famous Kherson theatre may be mothballed for now. But underground, in the basement, we meet St. Nicholas and see a rolling program of Christmas performances. Ukrainian culture reasserting itself. Alexander Kniha, the theatre director, puts it like this.
З одного боку, це і культурно-політична, з другого боку, це терапевтична програма. Тому що ви бачили, як усміхаються люди, да? В них дивляться, в них зморшки розглажуються. Я бачив, як військові дивляться ці вистави. Вони забувають на ту годину про те, що відбувається тут на горі.
The Russians want to make it impossible for these people to live here. But the machines can't kill this. Culture and community with bells and whistles.